One additional term that I want to mention to you that I talk about in valid comparisons is what's called the Daubert contagion. In 1993, the Daubert ruling came out and caused a huge problem. There were a series of what appeared to be or what were characterized as requirements on the admissibility of scientific evidence. And so, can the theory be tested? Is there peer review and publication? One of the prongs of the Daubert ruling was one that talked about error rates, and it's probably the one that many of you are familiar with because it was the one that kind of went nuclear within the forensic science community because we didn't have known rates of error. We didn't know, what to do about that. Something that each and every one of us that cares about these issues needs to be aware of, that you need to be aware of, is don't ever use the phrase Daubert standard because there is no such thing. There is no such thing as a Daubert standard. Daubert provided guidelines to judges to give them some things to think about when they are trying to evaluate certain kinds of evidence. But what happened is that when a lot of the members of the defense bar, and this was really kind of right at the start of the innocence movement. But there was a lot of, it did catch within the innocence movement, this idea that, oh my gosh, see, firearms and tool marks, latent prints, all these different forensic, they don't have known rates of error. So we're going to fight them tooth and nail in court. And a lot of times it worked. And we as a community, and I remember this because I started my career in 1993 when Daubert came out. Daubert came out shortly after I started. This contagion spread